For centuries, people laughed at these ideas, until the evidence proved them right. From Egyptians with cocaine, to lost cities we thought were myths, here are 7 ancient conspiracies that actually turned out to be true. Before we jump in, if you love history, mysteries, and hidden truths, hit like and subscribe. It helps more than you know. Alright, let's get into it. 1. Did ancient Egyptians use cocaine and tobacco? Yes, and it changes everything. In the 1990s, researchers studying Egyptian mummies made a shocking discovery. They found traces of nicotine and cocaine, compounds that should have been impossible to get in ancient Egypt. Why? Because those plants only grow in the Americas. This shouldn't have been possible. Columbus wouldn't reach the New World for another 3,000 years, yet the evidence was undeniable. Scientists double-checked for contamination, but the results were legit. This suggests that ancient Egyptians may have been trading with the Americas long before we ever thought possible. That means everything we know about early global trade could be wrong. What do you think? Did Egyptians have secret trade routes, or is there another explanation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. 2. The Amazon was home to a lost civilization, not just a jungle. For centuries, people thought the Amazon rainforest was too wild and dense for a major civilization to exist. But recent discoveries are proving that's completely false. Satellite images and deforestation have revealed massive geometric earthworks called geoglyphs, some over 1,000 years old. These aren't just random shapes, they were built with mathematical precision, showing a complex society with knowledge of astronomy and engineering. But here's where it gets even crazier. Scientists also found terra preta, or dark earth, an ancient man-made soil that's still fertile today, thousands of years later. This means the Amazon wasn't always a wild jungle. It was home to an advanced civilization that transformed the land. And yet, we're only scratching the surface. What else could be buried under all that greenery? 3. The secret behind Rome's super-strong concrete. We've all seen modern concrete crumble in just a few decades. But somehow, Roman concrete has lasted over 2,000 years, surviving earthquakes, floods, and even the sea. How? Scientists recently discovered that Roman engineers used a secret ingredient, volcanic ash mixed with seawater. Over time, this caused a self-healing reaction, making the concrete stronger instead of weaker. This ancient technology was so advanced that today's engineers still can't fully replicate it. Imagine if we used their method today, our buildings and roads might last for centuries. Would you want cities built with ancient Roman tech? Let me know. 4. Troy was a myth, until it was found. Visual, ancient ruins of Troy, Homer's Iliad, archaeologists digging. For centuries, people believed that Troy, the legendary city from Homer's Iliad, was just a myth. A war over Helen of Troy. A giant wooden horse. Sounded like fiction. But in 1871, a German archaeologist named Heinrich Schliemann made a discovery that shocked the world. He found the actual ruins of Troy in modern-day Turkey. It turns out, the Trojan War may have been based on real conflicts fought over trade routes. So, what else from mythology might be true? Could there have been real-life Amazons, lost cities, or even ancient superweapons? History has already proven that some myths aren't myths at all. 5. The Knights Templars lost treasure. The Knights Templar were one of the most powerful groups of the Middle Ages. But in 1307, they were suddenly hunted down and executed by the French king. Why? Because they were rumored to be hiding something huge, possibly gold, religious relics, or even ancient knowledge. Many believe they escaped with their treasure, hiding it in Scotland, North America, or underground vaults that still haven't been found. To this day, people are still searching for their lost fortune. Some even think the Holy Grail might be part of it. If someone found the Templar treasure today, it could change everything we know about history. Where do you think it is? Let me know your theory. 6. The Library of Alexandria wasn't completely lost. The Library of Alexandria was the greatest collection of knowledge in the ancient world, until it was destroyed. But here's the thing, not all of its knowledge was lost. Before the fire, scholars had copied many scrolls and sent them to other parts of the world. Some of that knowledge helped shape Byzantium, the Islamic Golden Age, and even Renaissance Europe. So while we may have lost countless works of wisdom, parts of it still survive today. Imagine what we could have learned if the library had been fully preserved. Maybe we'd be centuries ahead in science and technology. 7. Vikings discovered America before Columbus. Columbus didn't discover America first. The Vikings did. Around the year 1000 AD, Norse explorers led by Leif Erikson landed in Canada, specifically at a site we now call Landseo Meadows. For a long time, people thought this was just legend, but in 1960, archaeologists found a real Viking settlement in Newfoundland. This means that Norse explorers reached America nearly 500 years before Columbus, and possibly even traded with Native Americans. If history had gone differently, could the Vikings have colonized the New World centuries earlier? These are just 7 conspiracies that turned out to be true, but there are so many more. Which one blew your mind the most? Tell me in the comments. And if you like this video, check out my last one on 5 ancient inventions that were way ahead of their time. You won't believe some of the things they created. Insert video link. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a crazy history mystery. See you in the next one.